hello again out there in YouTube land. It is Kim, or Kimberly, Crafty Teacher DIYs, coming back at you with Flosstube number 2. That's right, the second one. Now, I think I'm going to try to film on Sundays, but there's like no guarantee. But my goal is to at least have something out by Monday, at least once a week. So here we go again. Flosstube number 2. What have I worked on? We'll get to that in a little bit, but I did like the way that a lot of people were talking about best new things. I would have to agree that the news that came from Steel City Stitchers is crazy good news, and I really am crossing my fingers that I'll get to participate. So that is some best good news, or some really good news. What's new? I did almost, we will probably go soon, but I do love that movie theaters are now back open and running again, and Black Widow is something that I would really like to go and see. We had planned on it, we had thought about it, we never ended up making it. So you will notice that the door is closed right there, and if you see me look off to the left, it is just because that is where my computer screen is, so I can see that I am pointing in the right direction. And my door is closed, so you will probably hear Deuce scratch at my door at least once, where I'll have to pause and open it because he does not like closed doors, and we can't stop him from scratching at them. But yeah, that's a thing. So he might be scratching to get let in, but right now everybody's home. So you might hear the lawnmower go, you might hear the dogs barking in the front room, you might hear my mom's TV, you might hear my roommate's on his computer and whatever's going on whatever he's watching. So it's busy. It's a busy day today. Obviously, for those of you who watched my first YouTube video, thank you. That is also one of the best new things. 17 subscribers the last time I checked, and close to 100 views. And I didn't market too much. I mostly marketed on Instagram. I didn't do too much else, so I am thankful for all of those people that came across my video the first time around, decided to subscribe and see what else I will put out, and hopefully I can keep you guys coming back and you continue to come back. Some sad news, obviously I do not have any blackbirds designed, but the passing of Barb was obviously, yes, a hit to the cross-stitch community, and you know, my thoughts are with all of her family and loved ones. On a personal note, you'll kind of notice my Black Hawks blanket is now on my bed. I kind of keep it here just in the event for my dogs so that their fur doesn't get on everything, because it gets on everything. But my favorite player was traded today. So I'm a little devastated that Duncan Keith is not going to be a Black Hawk next year. He's going to be an Edmonton Oiler, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to see too many of their games. So I'm a little sad, but life moves on. So hopefully it'll be a positive change for him, because I do know that some of his more recent seasons he's been having some difficulties. So all right, best new thing, news of the week, fun stuff that's been going on, and now let's move into what I have done this week. I'm gonna try to not have an hour-long video. I couldn't believe when I stopped recording last week and I put it all together that it was an hour long. So my goal is to not overwhelm you like that today. You guys will hopefully see pictures. Again, for those of you who are new or just catching this one, if you want to go back and kind of look, I give you some intros. I show you all of my whips that I've kind of gone and started. However, this one I'm just doing what I worked on this week, the progress that I made this week, and my kitted projects are going to be some of the other things, and a little bit of haul. Actually, I do have some haul. So I was watching Gary in the Sunshine from the Sunshine Stitchers, and I absolutely loved how he would use foam board to show you his projects. So this, and I'll try to put up pictures. This is There Is No Planet B by Clouds Factory, and I finished the July portion. I don't know if you can see, but that is all DMC Etoile, and it sparkles and shines, and it's really cute. So we have a gorilla and a whooping crane. And for those of you who obviously, that was the July drop. For those of you who hadn't watched the first one, I had finished all of the rest of this, and I have been keeping up. I finished through April on time, and then I've just kept up with May, June, and July. So I got that done. I was going to work on this for like 25/7 with Jessie Marie Does Stuff. I found something out about myself. I'm not necessarily a monogamous stitcher. Like, I will easily work on multiple projects at the same time, switch between projects, but I have to complete something. So when I was working on this gorilla, I had a hard time because I got his center done, and I got this done, and I was like, oh, I just got to finish this color. No. I'm gonna finish this black thread. No. I gotta finish the rest of this. You know, I finished halfway. No, I can't stop there. So I ended up finishing the entire gorilla, including the plants that are back here, kind of all at once. So I was gonna try to do it 25/7, and I did successfully do it for 2 days-ish, maybe, because I did the grass. But then I kind of said, no, I'm done. Like, I gotta do the whole thing. So I finished that. When did I finish that? Thursday, maybe? I think Thursday. I got caught up. So that is There Is No Planet B by Clouds Factory. Again, that is on a Picture This Plus colorway Arial, 32 count linen, and all the called for DMC colors, because again, I bought this as a kit. Next, what I worked on was, and again, I'll have my where I was before I picked it back up again. Other best new thing this week. It's going. Wednesday. Can't anymore. I love being able to pull it up in a ponytail, but I know that I want to color it, and I know that I can't donate my hair if it's been colored or highlighted. So it's going to be short, and that's okay, because this has been going a little bit crazy, and I think a little bit has to do with I was getting headaches too. So I don't know if I mentioned, I know I mentioned Gary from the Sunshine Stitchers doing all of the like poster board type thing, and I might have stopped and not mentioned that fully, but I saw it, I liked it, I'm doing it as well. So yeah, there's that. This is, you got a preview of my haul there. This is the Intersectional flag by Happy Sloth, and I had not finished this red up here, so that's where I started, and I again got to that point where I said no, I'm gonna finish this color. So I did the orange and the yellow, and I'm like, okay, and then I started to do the black outline, and then I was like, no, we just gotta keep doing the rest of the black outline. So I sat and I did all of the black outline, which is good. And again, I'll insert the final look here in a second. And then I was saying, oh, I did the blue, but I got to get rid of this other blue color so I can put it away. And so that's where I got to on my intersectional flag. It is coming along. See, I think what ended up happening with this is I looked at this and I said, this is going to go fast. This will be no problem. 500 stitches or so, I think, is where I was. And I'm like, why is this taking so long? What is taking me so long to do this red? Like, there's no color changes. This should go by like just snapping, right? I should just be getting it done, like no issues. Then I realized there's 5,538 stitches in the whole thing. This isn't halfway done. I'm not halfway done yet. I'm not halfway done yet. I'm only 42% done. I think this is what marathoners feel like, or the Tour de France bicyclists feel. Because have you seen what their legs look like after a long leg of the Tour de France? It is like crazy. Even marathoners, I think they go, this is great, we're starting off, I got this, I've trained for this, this is no big deal, I can keep going, I can do this all day. And then they get about a third of the way in, or 42% of the way in, and then they realize, or what I like to say is, they have that sudden realization of, what in the heck did I decide to do to myself? Why am I doing this again? Because this is crazy. So, but then in the long run, it's also like kind of going to your favorite restaurant and seeing like all the things that you want to eat, and then you keep taking that next little bite because you're like, oh, this is so good. And you're like, this will be so good to add to my classroom. But you finally take that one last bite and then you realize, yep, that was too much. How do I know it was too much? It hurts to breathe. I can breathe, but it hurts because I'm so full. I think that's where I'm at with this. This will be great when it's done. I can't wait for it to be done. But I'm also like, why did I do this to myself? Anyway, called for DMC. This is on DMC Charles Craft 14 count white Ada. And yeah, I think it's gonna be great. So it's just a matter of me kind of continuing to work on it and get that done. This, again, I will show a project or where I was when I started or picked this up, but you'll see I really only have about maybe 100 stitches in this. But this is my Trans Pride Tapestry by D20 or D's 20 Stitches. Original artwork by Kari Necken, and I really only started this motif. Now, chances are what I'm gonna really want to do before I pick up my next piece is to continue the rest of this motif, and maybe the little flower motif that's right in here, and then I'll fill in the colors that are in the little flowers and the leaves, because that's the way I roll. But I haven't stitched today because I was kind of shopping and then obviously recording. So Trans Pride Tapestry, again by D20, and I will have my projects linked below. So for those of you that watched my fabric, also There Is No Planet B is being stitched 2/2. Again, that's a linen. My intersectional flag is being stitched 1 square of Ada, so 2/1. And this is, the fabric is dyed by Be Stitch Me. It is a Friday Night Fight Night win. It is unnamed. It was number 305, if that helps you. And if you watch my first Flosstube, you'll actually see the conversions that I did to almond M&M silks, which is what I'm using for this. And I said it then about 4 times, but I'll say it again now. Almond M&M silks, Ymir knocks them out of the park because they're amazing to work with. The needle minder floating around here somewhere is from Kim's Needle Minders off Etsy, and the Grime Guard is, I'll put a picture up again from who I got this from, Maggie's Minders. I think Maggie's Minders is where I got that. And yeah, my project bags are bags that I made myself. So this is a 32 count linen as well from Bee Stitch Me. That Bee Stitch Me, Brandy at Bee Stitch Me dyed, and she did a really good job with it. Okay, that was all I worked on. I did get a lot done. I'm pleased. Obviously, I did my temperature mandala as well, but again, I'm not going to show you that daily or weekly because it's going to look similar and you're not really going to see too much difference. So you'll get almost a full lap around with the next viewing of it. So yes, let's talk kitted projects. I have a lot of little kitted projects. Again, for those of you who didn't see my first Flosstube, I started to make my own bags because I saw how much they would cost on Etsy. And even though they're super pretty and I do want to purchase some of them, I'll wait, especially if I can find fabrics that I like. I'm gonna make my own. I do have 3-ish bags that I'm looking to make. One for one of the kitted projects that I'm working on or starting to kit, and then one for any Halloween kind of version that I go with. So this is one of the kits again that I got to go with my I think this one is the Bendy Sticky is what they call this, from Bags Plus. I got it because Llamas and Llamas, so they go together. And in this one there are actually 2. One of the things that I had seen was, obviously you can see that I have all the bobbin floss here. Hopefully that's enough for both of these, but if not, it's just DMC. So this is done in the called for DMCs. And these are the Prairie Schooler Santas. So I got this one, which is the 2021 Santa. Sorry, I'll try not to have it glare here. The 2021 Winter Woods 2021 Santa. And I really like all the Santas. I decided to do the 2021 first because that's obviously I started stitching in 2021, so I thought that would be a good project to have kind of done first. But then I started looking at the rest of the Prairie Schooler Santas, and I saw this one and I said, yep, can't pass that one up. Why can't I pass that one up? Because hockey. That's right. So these 2 are in there. I think I'm going to hold on to both the 2021 Santa and the 2009 Santa until I think you guys do Season of Smalls at some point. And in my haul, you guys will see some of the other small things that I'll talk about. But yeah, I think I'll hold on to those till Season of Smalls and then just knock a whole bunch of like smalls out and hopefully get them all done. It is on the called for fabric 18 count putty khaki Davos gloss. This is 9 by 13. I just got this off 123 Stitch because I really like when you select a pattern and you can just go select all and they will send you like the totally kitted project basically. So I put that together, and my little scissor fob for this one is pink to go with the inside fabrics. Super cute. Again, I want to make another like dangle or whatever to make into a zipper pull, but that'll come a little bit later. So in this one we have 2 in 1. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to bring out this one. In the bag that I keep my intersectional flag and my finished safe zone project, I also have a third project. It is the safe zone project. I can't think of who it's by, but you'll see a photo of what it will end up looking like. But it is kitted. This is the floss for the rest of the intersectional flag. But this is it, and it would just put safe zone. And it's currently the pride colors, but I would like to put the trans flag as part of it. But that would mean like trying to either make it smaller or larger, and I just haven't worked out how I want to do that or how I'm going to do that yet. But that is a project that is in the works. It is pretty much kitted because, again, I have all the floss pulled out, and it's just going to be done also on 14 count Aida, the Charles Craft Aida that you can buy in white. And by the way, this just happened to remind me, I don't know how I want to store my DMC. Right now, it is all in these floss away bags, and I like them because, you know, you can fit lots in there, but they take up a lot of space, and I don't like that. But then I don't like necessarily the little kind of crimps that you get when you put them on bobbins. And I don't necessarily know that I have anywhere that I could put DMC. Maybe back there on this, you know, I can just put it all over there. Or I could put it in front of me here. But then you guys wouldn't see it, and that wouldn't be fun. And do those all on floss rings. I don't know. Thoughts? Suggestions? Ideas? Anybody? Preferences? Oh, I'm going to have to pause because I forgot a kitted project. 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and we'll do the next kitted project that I had to go and find. This I'm super excited about because, again, if you watch my first Flosstube, you will remember that I started down the rabbit hole of crafting / diamond painting into cross stitch. And I started because I was watching or playing, Animal Crossing. And I love Animal Crossing. I remember I had it on the Wii, and I remember going and creating my village and my town, and then visiting, because at that time they were just starting to be able to go and visit my cousin, and my cousin had a Wii as well, and so you could actually go and talk and interact with other individuals on the internet, which was amazing. I loved it. So I love Animal Crossing. And when you look at Stuart Cunningham's from Cunning Cross Stitch, and you see his letters from Hogwarts, he came out with a salve this year for Animal Crossing. So I had to do it. Well, I kitted it because I couldn't find the right fabric, and it took me a while to get the right fabric, so I haven't started it yet, but I will show you all the fun stuffs about this kit. So here, again, you can tell I like Brandy from Bestitch Me just a little bit. She does a really good job, and she lives like pretty close, so I can order one thing one day and it'll get here within a day or two, like at the most. It gets here super quick. I'm also part of her Silk of the Month Club. I didn't show you her other one, and I might go through a stash video because it's only going to take me like not very long. I don't have a lot of stash yet, or at least not built up. But this is Ocean Depths, and this is a Jobelin, and it's 28 count Jobelin. And the needle minder came from, that's too tiny to see, but it's a place called Dream Cream Co. And she was a great seller. The the new leaf, the leaf from Animal Crossing. Took a long time for her to get her stock in. I guess because of the way that it makes it shiny and silvery and all that fun stuff. It took a while for her to get that, but she straight up just told you all the time, every little step of the way, what was going on with it. So it was great. This is a bag that, this is actually one, it's just a queen bee kind of bag with bees. I thought that was a fun little bag, and I did it initially because sounds like there's somebody hit the door. I'd done it this way with this fabric first. This is actually one of the first project bags I made in this kind of manner, this design, because I didn't know how it would go. So I had to try it out and see what I thought. This is another one of my scissor fobs that I made to go with it. Super cute. With a little flip-flop on the end. Kind of a beachy theme and vibe. I thought the blues went well with one another, so I decided to put it with my new leaf project because, well, you're on an island. Makes sense to me. For those of you who saw my first one, you will know that this is the Letters from Hogwarts from Stuart Cunningham. And again, I have to decide how I'm going to proceed. But this, I told you I'd talk about it because this is a kidded project. This is the Animal Crossing DMC. So all of this is called for DMC because who would buy that many fancy floss? Not me. Sorry. Not going to happen. Not me. So I obviously said in the first video, huge fan of Harry Potter, not such a fan of the artist's views on trans individuals. So I've got some decisions to make, and one of the decisions obviously is if I'm going to continue to stitch Harry Potter kind of themed projects. So before I really started diving into what the artist said, I had purchased to make myself a Marauders map. And it worked really well. It was super pretty to go with this pattern from the Black Needle Society, the Year 1 Hogwarts. So this platform 9 3/4, for those of you, again, who watched the first video, sorry guys, I'm going to say that kind of a little bit. This is the third of the trio that came with the Dark Mark and the Deathly Hallows that came from, oh, I'm drawing a blank. Nerdy Needle Designs. Nerdy Needle Design Co. off Etsy. So, Black Needle Society, Year 1 band sampler. I started late, and I know that they just came out with the Year 2 band or box. So when I talked to the ladies at the Black Needle Society, they said that I can still get the Year 2 band sampler, but it'll have to be when I purchase the Year 3 box. And I was lucky enough to get off the wait list. Sorry, my projects just fell over there. To get off the wait list, so I am now in their subscription boxes. So you guys will start to see some unboxings of a lot of different stuff because I did a couple of different Halloween boxes. I have the Nice List. I was able to get a Nice List box from the Black Needle Society. So I can't wait. The September box, I think, is the first one that I'm going to get. But I pulled all the called fors from the Black Needle Society. Well, kind of. One of the options for the fabric was this 28 count casual linen in the colorway Vellum from Picture This Plus. And I thought that was a really good fabric choice. It looks a lot like a like parchment. So I'm hoping that I can get, if I decide to continue stitching Harry Potter, that I'll be able to get a couple on this one. And so that way I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, so I have all the different floss from General Arts. So Deep Sea, it's a great, let me see if I can find, I do have something handy. You can see that I did my haul on this one. So Deep Sea, a great green variegation, super pretty. Midnight Blue, that's a great deep, dark, you know, navy blue. Let's see. Pumpkin Spice. It's pretty orange. Otter Creek is another great, like, kind of greenish color. Black Raspberry Jam. This is like a variegated one between like blues and like dark blues. It was another Midnight. Current, a great kind of brownish red. It's got some variegation in that one as well. Witching Hour. Which is like a deep brown. Some variegation in that one as well. English Ivy. A green there. Cherry Tomato, which is kind of this pinkish color. That's probably closer. Emerald, I think that one was called. They had a lot of different colors here. Old Purple Paint. That was another Old Purple Paint. Ginger Snap. Another kind of pretty color there. That was another Midnight. Harvest Moon, a great golden kind of orange or yellow there. They give you the option of like Eggshell, which is this kind of off-white color, or Snowball, which is like a very bright white. I think to go to whichever shows up better on your fabric. But obviously I have not started, so I don't know which one I'm going to go with yet. Cherry Cobbler, which is... no, it's a red, maybe a little bit an auburn color, I would say, probably on that one. Fallen Leaves, this is a really good variegation between oranges and yellows. Sorry, let me see if I can get that one. I should have put all of these out, but I didn't even think about it. Bandana, this is like a really like maroonish kind of color. It's super pretty. I do like the classic colorworks, so it's just going to be a matter of, you know, how do the dye lots compare. This one is Chocolate Cream Pie. You can kind of see right there. That's like a pretty purplish gray. And then Cauldron, which is a good slate kind of grayish color. So those are all the called fors from all the called fors that are on the pattern. So I'm super excited. Can't wait. This was my needle minder. What am I thinking? This is my scissor fob that I made to go in this bag. Doesn't really match, but it's what I had. So, yeah. Like I said, I was super excited about the pattern. I am super excited about the pattern. It's beneficial to know that the trans individual that is part of their family didn't have issues with them continuing the frogworts year in a box. So it's helpful knowing that, which means that I might be encouraged to continue stitching on them. But again, it's a personal choice that I kind of have to make and decide. This next one, purely because I'm a history teacher and I live in Illinois. So this one is by Primrose Needleworks. This is 272 words, and it is the Bicentennial Sampler featuring the full text of Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. And again, part of being a history teacher, obviously, is all the, you know, the history that we have to discuss, the good, the bad, the ugly. And unfortunately, while our friend Abraham Lincoln did do a lot in the way of ending slavery, he was by far no means a perfect person. So there was a lot that he also did that could be looked at in a different way. Although recently I did learn that the first person that he freed from slavery lived in Pekin, which is close to where I live. Thought that was pretty neat. And he did it when he was a lawyer, not when he was president. So this is, again, all the called fors, mostly because I don't always know the colors that they're talking about yet. So I go for the called fors because it's just a little bit easier. Sometimes it's kind of hard to source them and find them, but I'm doing pretty good. I'm managing to get them. So this is on 32 count lamb's wool linen by Swigart, I think. Let me look. 1 second, please. Uno momento. This is on Kitted Witchold. My fault. Witchold lamb's wool linen. Again, all the called for colors. Let me grab my little whiteboard. Oatmeal is this one. And then we have, sorry, I'm going to try to go through this a little bit quicker. Nutmeg, a couple of those. Chives, which is kind of a green one. Another nutmeg. There was a lot of nutmeg I think they asked for. I think it's all the lettering in nutmeg. So I gave myself a heart attack, and you saw it happen live, because all of a sudden I'm like, I know that there's more colors than just those. Where are my other colors? Where's my other fancy floss? There's just in another bag. So here we have mulberry and freedom is the other one. They called for 2 freedoms. So some great muted kind of colors to go with that, which is super exciting. So that is a project that will probably take me some time. Let's face it, it's going to take me a long time. Oh, what's that one? Oh, and a cinnamon. Kind of goes with that nutmeg color. Here is the bag that I made. I loved the feathers, the wings. And again, you can kind of see I really got into that lime green. I really pulled that out of this one, and I thought they really complemented each other. And I have this scissor fob with a pretty flamingo on the end. Super cute. I liked it. So that's 272 words, which is probably going to take me 272 years. And it's kind of interesting thinking about the fact that the Gettysburg Address is only 272 words, and how famous it is. I mean, some famous orators, I guess, and Abraham Lincoln was a good one. But again, nobody's perfect, and he definitely had his flaws. So next, this is Teresa Little Stitcher's influence, and you guys, I'm sure, all know that cross stitch, you know, in Flosstube is nothing but enablers. This is the project I saw her starting, looked at it, and went, I have to do that. I have to do that for my stepmom, and I'm probably going to want to do this for myself. Winter White Santa by Mirabilia. I have all the DMC. I have the beads that it came with. I have the water lilies. I have the whisper, and I have the chronic. This is the this is platinum, I think. I think that was platinum and emerald. Sorry, I don't have it handy to block it. Oh, this is gunmetal. My fault. That was gunmetal. And this was platinum. Platinum, gunmetal, black, and emerald were the colors that they asked for that. So, Winter White Santa by Mirabilia. Yep. Yep. I don't know why, but I put it in this bag that I made. I liked the sea turtles because I have a Leela by Bags Plus. It has mermaids on it. Even though this doesn't really go with it. So I'm probably going to have to find something else to put that one with. But yeah, I have like little tins that I keep. Anything I'm doing if I'm using just one strand of floss, I don't need a needle threader, but I got like a huge box of these little things, and then I put in 2 little magnets and I put in 2 needles in them, and they just sit in all of my little bags. So I typically have scissors and needles and pretty much whatever I need in each of these bags. So the little tins I got off Amazon, they weren't too much. They were pretty cheap. And then maybe at some point I will look at putting something on them. That's what I mean. Fabric for this one. You will notice that I am missing fabric. It is not because I'm missing it. It is because I am waiting for an opal. I think I ordered an opal Lugano or Murano from Chromatic Alchemy in the colorway Tempest. And if I can put a picture up, I'll put a picture up of what it looks like. But again, Teresa Little Stitcher, I saw her stitching this and said, yes, please. And then I saw the fabric she was doing it on, and I said, yes, please. And I got it in 32 count because the chart calls for 32 count, and it would be the first time that I'd be doing beading, which means that I really didn't want to mess with trying to put beads on like different counts. At least I was told that that can be a problem. Next kit is not in a fancy bag yet. Although I did buy fabric to make 3 more bags, if I didn't mention that already. That's kind of a haul, but I'm not going to show it. But it's this. Now you see why I sit here and I say I need a better way to store my DMC other than the floss away bags. Because these, I don't want to carry around a bag that's like overflowing with floss. So this is for my Hade, my Heaven and Earth designs, and this is for the Randall Spangler. Sorry, let me take a look here real quick. Books of Dreams. I liked the little segments that you could do and how you didn't necessarily have to do all of them. You could do 1 or 2 of them. I liked all of them. I ideally would like to make them into bookmarks if possible, either that or put like a small border around each one and then make it kind of look like a library shelf. Haven't decided. Again, I'll put up a picture so that way you guys can see it. But yeah. So, one more project that has gotten kitted, kind of, partially, mostly, but still missing a few things, is Holiday Quaker, again, photo, by Leela's Studio. And part of the reason that I waited till today was because my LNS is called Covered Wagon Crafts, and it's in Chillicothe, Illinois. And, well, it's the one that's closest to me anyway, that has a lot of the Gentle Art sampler threads. Now, granted, she, the owner, had been having a hard time sourcing those because obviously 2020. So she's running out of quite a few of them. So, but I am still able to get a couple here and there. So I do try to go to her when I see that I have Gentle Arts sampler threads or any kind of Gentle Arts threads or floss that I need. But she has some random little things. And when I'm using my Lowry stand, I kind of go back and forth. So I was like, you know what, I'll try these two-sided tapestry needles and see what I think. And then I saw a thread cutter pendant, and I was like, oh, those are cute. I had seen them, hadn't bought one, but you know, I'll buy it and support, you know, a local business. And then, could you believe it? Could you believe it? From research prior to me, like, well, when I first started, they said a lot of people recommended Thread Haven thread conditioner, and when you look into it, they're like, oh no, it's, you know, they're out of stock, they're out of business, they're no longer making things. So I was kind of bummed, you know, and trying to find some stuff like that, it can be a lot. So I don't know how old that is, but she had two. I bought one previously, and I just bought the other one out today because I was like, people swear by it, I'll get it. Especially from what I hear with metallic threads. You guys will notice that I have not started with metallic threads. So I'm hoping that when I start doing the chronic, I think that's what you use it for mostly. I'll go ahead with that. But this is some of the other colors. Again, the called for DMC. But then she was able to, or I did have 4 of the fancy floss from Holiday Quaker. And you guys can kind of see here, Cucumber, Raven. Raven was one that you can get most of them off 1-2-3 Stitch, but Raven was one I couldn't get. Acorn I could have gotten, but again, why buy it from them when I could get it from my local shop? And Claret. Claret? Maybe Claret. I don't know. Depends on if you're giving it a French pronunciation. Now, I thought about doing the call for fabric, but then I looked, and I want to join Michelle Bendy's Quaker Zooms, and I was like, that means I need my fabric soon so that I can do holiday or Jolly July or whatever, you know, Christmas in July, or whichever one you want to think about, which means I need a fabric. So I went into my, albeit small, stash, and I found these two. Brandy, thank you. I just managed to randomly find some pretty good comparisons that I could get away with in my stash. And these are 18 by 27, and it's 28 count Luganas. Both of them are 28 count Luganas. This one is opal, this one is not. So what do you think? I know that it'll just fit. It'll give me like a 2.5 inch border. But I can't decide which one I want to go with. I like this with the opal. Haven't stitched with opal Lugana yet. And then, but I like this one because of the modeling. It looks like a winter sky. Tough choices. Anyone? Anyone? Help? Help a girl? Help a girl? This one is Winter Blues, and this one is unnamed from a Fight Night. So I think I got both. No, this one I actually ordered. I had ordered Winter Blues. This one came in an order, but this was a Friday Night Fight Night fabric. And again, this one's unnamed, but yeah, choices. The tough choices. So I got some haul. And I'm not going to show you guys too much of this because I'm taking a look over here and I see 26 minutes. And I thought that I wouldn't do this as an hour, but I'm thinking it's going to end up being close to an hour. So I'm going to do this really quick. I ordered a couple things. Oh, well, yes, I ordered a couple things. First, what came and what I realized is, you know, unboxings. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to do unboxings like some other people do because I'm too excited to like dig into it. So this came from Rachel Ray. I ordered off her Etsy, And for those of you who hadn't watched her Etsy recently, you will know that she is starting to move into a more like eco-friendly kind of thing. She had some confetti in there. So cute. I like it. A little, I don't know if that's a sticker or not. I don't know. It's super cute. And a twirl chocolate. Looks like a chocolate, I guess. I don't know. I'll let you know what I think about that. But she's starting to go to more eco-friendly type needle minders and pens and things. And one of the things that she's doing is she's picking up sea glass. And so I got a sea glass needle minder. And it does have a nice little dent in there for your needle to rest and not roll around. And then I had to get Grogu. He's not drinking coffee, he's drinking hot chai tea latte. Because I'm not a coffee drinker, but I am a hot chai tea latte drinker. I think I was going through withdrawal recently, but that's okay. So now that came more recently. So I really wanted to see it. I was super excited to see it. And so that's why I was like, I'm going to open this one first because I haven't seen them yet. But really what told me I'm not going to be able to wait sometimes, especially if I've ordered something, is this. And I ordered this from Lakeside Needlecraft in the UK. And I got this pumpkin fabric. And I think it's for one of the Halloween sales, but I don't remember. I don't remember why I ordered it, but it's super pretty. I like it a lot. And this is a 28 count even weave. Looks like a Lugana, but I could be wrong with that. I don't know. Super pretty, but really what I looked at were these. This winter cross stitch book and the summer cross stitch book. You know how many patterns there are in these? Lots of patterns in these. And you can kind of see I've already started marking them. I'm not going to show you guys all of the ones that I marked because again this video would become way too long, but I loved again the Northern Expression needleworks. I love the variegation that comes in this, and I like dragonflies, so I think they're fun. One of the free patterns off of Hade recently was a dragonfly. It's fractured dragonfly, and it was amazing. Like, I thought it was super pretty. I like the layout of the summer cross stitch book because you can easily, you have the picture and the image on one side, and on the back side is the pattern. With this winter cross stitch book, it can be kind of hit or miss. So it's a little bit hard sometimes because you obviously don't want to show the patterns. But again, another Northern Expression needlework. I really liked that one, and the Celtic ice. I thought that was pretty. Again, the variegation totally got me. There's some other cute ones in there, but I'll save that for another day. One of the other things that I bought was a subscription to, and I went to Barnes & Noble and I got Just Cross Stitch magazines. And I'm super excited in these for like the little ornaments, again, for the Season of Smalls type stuff. I did get the cross stitcher, and I like this one. I think it's got some great patterns in it, but I think I find that I like the Just Cross Stitch a little bit more. So I went and I got the digital version of that, which I'm super excited about. So there's like a black work design that's coming in mystery, and it's coming in different sections. So I'm glad that I got the digital version so I can go back and get the rest of them. But if I had to pick between the two, I would probably go with Just Cross Stitch rather than Cross Stitcher, even though they have some really cute little kits with them, but it's just not for me. It fell. I'll pick it up in a minute because again, this is long. Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. I did get the print subscription for this, so I know it's gonna come. I know I have the online version, but again, I got this at Barnes & Noble as well. One of the things that I had prior to starting or filming my first YouTube was the cross stitch for the Earth ones by Emma Congdon. And I think they're great. They're super pretty. This one is probably one of the ones that I want to do, just because of the kind of layout and stuff on it. I don't know. There's a lot on here. There's a lot in here. So those are my books. That's my haul. That's my cross stitch. Again, you guys know I don't do plans because I'll stitch what I want when I want, and that is how I do it. So hopefully the rest of my stuff comes in for Holiday Quaker. Hopefully I will have either a finish or a new start to show you guys, or some better progress on some of my older ones. You'll probably see haul, although I'll have to like film it and keep the film so I can like, that way I can put it all together later for you guys, because I just get too excited when it arrives. But anyway, that's me. Thank you for coming back. If you returned, if you like what you saw, hopefully you will like, subscribe, do all those things down there. I have to go mod for my roommate. He is on Twitch. He does Pokemon Go streaming and battling. So I really need to kind of wrap this up, and hopefully I'll be watching that while he's doing that. And yeah, there you have it. Hopefully this doesn't go up too late. Hopefully this finds everybody well. Hopefully you have a lot of what, new things that are best this week's, or those things that you're super excited about. And hopefully you have a lot of stitching progress. Enjoy your day, enjoy your time this week. Gather your patience. Don't let things get you too frustrated. And again, you're not alone. If things are going on and you feel the need to talk to somebody, please reach out, because I'm sure that there is somebody going through something very, very similar. And we want everybody to be in the best frame of mind they can be. So with that said, have a great day, have a great evening, have a great week, and we'll see you again next week, hopefully a little bit earlier than whenever this video